Yo, what's going on, guys? Altair here, back again at you with another YouTube video. We are back from our competition. We have finished our season as a competitive player for Outcast. We're obviously still a part of Outcast. We're going to be creating some content for Outcast, but however, our season is completely finished. That might have been a lot. I might be going to CEO, might not. We'll see. We'll see how that generally takes us. But we're back from Vegas. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to record some Yu-Gi-Oh videos because the Yu-Gi-Oh is slowly going on the channel. Thank you so much for that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to make it grow even further. I mean, it used to be huge when I was consistent 2 years ago, and now it's slowly going back to where it needs. I want to shout out my graphics designer Jedi and my editor Earl for helping me out, because then I would not have time to go make money from my job, make money from competing, and then record and do all of this. Would not have enough time in the world to do that. Without further ado, though, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be showcasing you an evil deck. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, guys, here we are with our first deck of the day. And as the deck title says, it's pretty evil. If you guys don't know, for a while in the TCG especially, I am a man with the mark player. I am a man with a mark main, so to speak, in like gaming terms, right? This is basically the deck I play, and it's a phenomenal deck, and the way I play it is pretty unique, besides the way the other mans with the mark play. The other mans with the mark, they just play like a ton of traps, ton of stun, and they brick sometimes, and then if they go second, they get cooked, right? Because they can't lay out their stun, right? For me, I am more evil than that, right? So this deck could go first, it could go second, right? It's brilliant at going second, and it's brilliant at going first. Before Fallen to Virtuous, I will get into Fallen Virtuous in a second. We did have Droplet there. Droplet isn't really consistent with Man with the Mark, unfortunately, but it did work as a board breaker, right? But now that freaking whatchamacallit, now that Super Poly is back down to 2, there is more room to run other board breakers in the deck, and that's why I decided to run with this Fallen Virtuous. Anyway, so skipping ahead, but I wanna show you guys basically what this deck is all about. Now, the one thing I do want to fit in this deck is a small raw package. What I mean by a small raw package is, guys, there is a way to search raw through Men with the Mark as a board breaker, and that's what I want to add to this. If I'm going second, I could board break with raw, with the ball, and with the Dangerous Divine. Unfortunately, I still haven't found a consistent way to get it out right away going second. You just have to have Dangerous and Divine in hand, and then a raw banish through Circat, which is pretty disappointing. So I still have not found a way to summon that. Also, the raw pays half your life, and you're not allowed to attack that turn, which sucks very, very dearly indeed. So here we are. You got your generic hand traps like Maxi, Ash Blossom. I'll just gloss over those guys because you already know what these guys do and why they're here for. Bell, for Wallows. I mean, you can run any set of hand traps you want. This deck can run, well, this template can run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could run your own set of 12 hand traps, which is absolutely insane. So whichever hand traps you prefer, whether they're the staples or not the staples, literally whichever hand trap you prefer you play your deck with, you get 12. You get 12 slots with this template alone. Man with the Mark is our main man, no pun intended, and he is basically here to decimate our opponent. Look at him, man. This card is extremely powerful. If this card is normal special summon, you could take one Temple of the Kings or one spell or trap that mentions it from your deck, either add it to your hand or send it to your graveyard. Basically, this is a custom card. and it searches everything in our deck. So this is our number one starter. I do have a few ways to special summon it through Allure Queens and through what are they called? I completely forgot. They start with a V though. There they are. Yeah, holy Vernasalith, right? Okay, so Vernasalith. The only bad thing about Vernasalith is you can only activate Earth effects for the rest of the round, which is not bad at all because most of your important effects are Earth effects, such as the Divine Serpent Apophis, Man, Anubis, Unimate, Sarkat. They're all Earth cards, so this meshes amazingly well with Man with the Mark. But I don't like locks like that, you know, because this, what Vernasalith would do is it would special summon Man of the Mark, but then we'd have no room to use all this other extra stuff that we could use, right? So there you go. And the other one is Allure, Chaos Allure, where you dump the field swell. No, where you get the field swell would equip that monster. The monster equipped would add a spellcaster with 1500 or less from the deck to hand and special summon it. And obviously he's 1500 or less, so you would special summon him, right? And yeah, basically this is the Man of the Mark. Now there's so many ways to play Man of the Mark combo wise, like, and that's where I go to all the stun players. Look at me, you're garbage. Because a lot of people, the way they play Man is they stun with traps, but yeah, there is some consistencies with stunning with Man and traps, but you're playing him wrong. He has so much combo potential that this is pure. Maybe in the future I could show you guys some crazy combos, like for example that Harpy combo that I have up on the channel into Cyber Dragon. Man of the Mark does the same combo, so you could go one Man of the Mark equals Cyber Infinity Dragon. Like, you can do so many creative combos, but people out here are just stunning. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, you could floodgate here and there, but like, don't fully rely on it. Yes, the deck lives off of it. Like, look, I have one floodgate in here. Like, yes, the deck will thrive off a shifter. It could play through shifter, right? So, but you know, don't get too crazy. So basically we have Man of the Mark. Anubis searches Man of the Mark, right? So that's also a 1 card starter. Treasures of the King, I have no idea why this is semi-limited. There is literally like Master Duel. Like, I get it, it's an evil deck, but there is no way in hell there should be a 2-of. There's no way in hell there should be a 2-of, because like, this deck only has 9 starters. So the fact that you have limited this, it just like bricks it to insanity. Like, I don't know why they've done this. Like, this is not fair on the deck at all. But it adds Treasures of the King, and if you don't know, Treasures of the King is also a custom card, but it makes your traps live, and this is the main component of our deck. It makes our traps live. It gets Sarkat in here, and obviously this Sarkat gets Temple of the Kings in here, right? And Temple of the Kings, like I said, turns our traps live. And there's so many ways you could take our traps, guys. Again, 2 level 6s equals a Laval monster, 2 level 6s equals a dump monster from the zombies, the Willow, everything. Like, this deck loves to XYZ summon, but for some reason people refuse to do that, and they just continue to stun, right? Which is absolutely horrendous. Like, bro, this deck is meant to XYZ and Link summon, and you're out here just stunning with the deck. Okay, so that's what this is here for. We have a couple staples here within Super Poly, Fallen the Virtuous, because we could fit it in an extra deck, because Man doesn't really use much extra deck. The Omni Spell Negate. I mean, it's the Spell Negate into Destruction, which is actually more broken, so you can't really use spells. The extra Apophis, right? And We have Statue of Anguish Pattern, this is basically a Rizal for our deck. A lot of people don't run this, but like if let's just say you have an extra trap in hand of Apophis. Once you get into Silhouette Rabbit, instead of sending another Apophis card, just set this. Because this will bring you out more value because you're about to special summon 2 traps, and it's about to pop all of them. And on top of the Silhouette Rabbit pop and the Divine Serpent Apophis pop, you pretty much popped for 5 that turn, right? So it's absolutely ridiculous, this card. You definitely want to run this, guys. You definitely don't want to not run this, especially if you have a room in a deck like this. And our trap ratio is pretty consistent for a deck like this. Like this requires you to set another card, and we could set 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 19 cards. Okay, we could set 19 cards in this deck, and that is absolutely phenomenal. Out of all those cards, we could set 10 traps, which is even better. And you won't break. Treasures of the King will be live most of the time, if not all the time, right? So this is a consistency you want to look for, guys. You don't want to really look. You want to just add the 3 extra traps. This is what I have. When you're playing man, don't look at all those stun decks because they run stupid amount of traps. They're gonna break. You just run 3 extra traps, whichever trap you want. These are the traps I chose, and I'll get to why I chose these. Chose those in a second, but these are the traps I chose. Okay, so let's talk about the main game plan of this deck and why it's called Evil, and it all centers around Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Now, Lord of the Heavenly Prison is an interesting card because I used to use this with Lab Eldritch, Fiendsmith Eldritch, and all that other stuff because those decks could add it from the deck to the hand. You couldn't really add it with Pure Eldritch. There was no way to add it. But with Fiendsmith, you could go to Gallant Granite and add this card. And what this card does is during your main phase, you could activate this effect. You could reveal it in the hand. And while this is revealed, set cards on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects, meaning if they Harpy Feather Duster, they cannot Harpy Feather Duster your traps, which is absolutely the number 1 counter to Man with the Mark, which is Lightning Storm and Harpy Feather Duster. We'll get to Red Reboot in a second, but that is so unlikely for you to get hit by a Red Reboot. And on top of it, if you do get hit by a Red Reboot, this deck actually can play through it. Now, that's not the important effect of Lord of the Heavenly. Like, yeah, that's cool. The protection is awesome. So sort of acting like a pseudo sprite elf for our traps. But this is the important effect. If a set spell trap is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if you activated it while it was revealed, you could set 1 spell trap from your deck but banish it during the end phase of the next turn. This is absolutely broken because this means you could set any trap in the game and have it be activated that turn, because usually traps don't, when they are set, they don't get activated that turn. But you have Temple of the Kings and you are able to activate that trap that turn. But let's just say you don't even have Temple of the Kings. So I don't can you using Trapaholic, but this is what this does. I can't look it up. So when you set that with Temple of the Kings, guys, it is absolutely broken because Temple of the Kings lets you know they could special summon 1 monster from your hand or deck. Oh my goodness! Not special. You could activate 1 trap the card was sent. Now, I want to abuse the second effect of Temple of the Kings, but I also have not found a way to basically use it because it is a special summon. So, you know, it's not like a true summon, right? Like, so if I'm gonna do any fusion from my extra deck, I can't because it says a special summon, you know. So which means like I can't use their ladder effects because it wasn't summoned properly. Yeah, so. Anyways, guys, let's talk about the extra deck. The extra deck is pretty self-explanatory. It's a lot of Super Poly and Fall into Virtuous Fodder. We have Gallant of the Granite to add Lord of the Heavenly Prison because for some reason he's a rock. Like, look at him, he's an angel, like legit, like just designed after an angel. So I have no idea why he's a rock instead of like a fiend or a fairy or something. But okay, I don't make the rules. But if we have Lord the Heavenly in the hand, we could add Nibiru instead. Or if we have Nibiru in the hand, we can add Lord the Heavenly instead. You know, vice versa. And we have Varudris for going third. We're able to recycle Anubis to just our traps into the deck, and we're able to go to Anubis. Now, here's a couple things I would change about this deck because I just didn't have the UR points. I'm lazy and I'm not about to decraft for this video. But what you could do is remove this, remove that, just stick with the generic Super Poly targets because you don't really need CCS and the others. And then what you want to do is have 2 Silhouette Rabbits and then 2 Divine Serpents, okay? Just for that extra recursion. But they're obviously URs, and I can't be asked to craft them right now for the video. I'll craft them in the future. Tune into my streams to see me roll with Man of the Mark. I stream every day except for the weekend, so if you guys seen this on a Monday, I'm probably most likely live some Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Marvel Rivals. So yeah, basically you want to have 2 of them pretty much. Now, why are we running the other stuff? Link Spider is pretty self-explanatory because our traps are normal monsters, so if you ever want to link something through our traps, we could do so through Link Spider. I know a lot of Man of the Mark decks run 3 ofs. Don't run 3 ofs, that's too much. Just run 1 of. You'll never see it in specific situations besides 1 of. The only time you want to run it at 2 of, like max, is when you're playing Man of the Mark with the Yummy. And Man of the Mark and Yummy has crazy synergy because Link Spider, obviously, when you activate a trap, can go into Yummy, right? So next, we got Barricade Blocker. This is so important. Man of the Mark used to not run this. We don't have to run this with Man of the Mark, but on Master Duel, since they've limited Treasures of the King and all that stuff, they have limited your starters, meaning if they out Treasures of the King, you don't really have another one in the deck to add. So that's where Barricade Blocker comes in. It could add any continuous or field spell from the graveyard to the hand, okay? And this is so important because if they out Temple of the Kings, you only have 1 of it in the deck. If they out Treasures of the King, you only have 2 of it now in the deck. So Barricade Borg Blocker is incredibly important. I can't say enough how important this card is because he will recycle your important cards. Because you don't want your stuff when they out it. Unfortunately, he only does it from the graveyard. He doesn't do it from the banishment, so they do get banished. That's a big unfortunate mishap. But hey, man, I don't make the rules, right? 1 SP because just a staple, pretty generic Link 2 that you will be going into when times are dire. If you want to add Typhon, sure. I just don't think Typhon has any place at this meta right now. It is completely horrendous. Most godlike cards run below 3,000 attack anyways, and they could, or any competent decks can out your Typhon immediately. So it's like Typhon is such a loser card at this point, guys. It used to be very good like a year ago. Now it's pretty dunce, right? And Gorgon. So Gorgon is also another way to out stuff in our deck because we can't really go all the mileage towards an access code talker, but that's where the Gorgon is for because we're able to link 3. And this gal is basically, it says you can't activate a monster's effect, and I gain the same attack as it. Very strong card. It outs most towers in the game, if not all of them. So like, very cool card to have. And also it is a reptile, so there is some techie stuff with like the Mitsurugi trap if you added it through all the stuff, and whatever, or reptile traps that you add through Lord of the Heavenly, you could use it because she's on the field because she is also a reptile. So there is some secret synergy with Lord of the Heavenly combos with the traps that you want to set. Now lastly, the grind game basically for this, guys, is this deck is amazing in the grind game. It's not going to be able to destroy the opponent right away, but it is does have a hefty grind game, and it will win most grind games, if not all of them. That's why you see it paired with Fiendsmith and other grind decks like Fiendsmith, Yummy, etc. On top of that, I forgot to mention one silly card I have, and it is Tyrant Throws, and it is a turn skip that this deck can do. And it's pretty funny because it summons normal trap monsters, and then that's where the activate effect of Tyrant Throws goes off with Lord of the Heavenly. So if we get to basically immediately turn skip our opponents, it would be hilarious with this combo. And you'll see what I mean in just a second, because it is so possible. Like, going turn one is actually absolutely insane. So this deck effectively, if interrupted, has 100% win rate because of Tyrant Throws. So let's see if we can rage bait our opponents in doing that. And then this deck is just so solid. 40 cards, you don't need more than that, right? A lot of people run 60 stun slop. Like, come on, guys, be real with yourself. Again, the only thing I would change is just go with the generic super poly targets, so you could run these at 2-ofs, okay? And then if you really doesn't fancy your ball, it's just say you could remove that dogmatic and run this at 3-off, or even more consistency, right? So, but like I said, I can't be asked because that cost UR, and I don't want to decraft from the video. So let's go and play some games. It's crazy. I was looking at my deck list, guys, and I don't really have a lot of decks I play anymore, which is kind of sad, per se, because I really had a large selection of decks, and I used to move back and forth on them. But I've been really playing, like, locking down on my main cards and my main decks, like with Dark Necromancer, the videos all you've seen. Man of the Mark, I also enjoy. Oh, this is a beautiful hand. Beautiful to see. I mean, it's not the best because of the traps, but hey, we did say we will draw a trap because of. So he bricked. This is good. We hope that he doesn't resign when he sees Anubis. This tells me he has Ash. That's a bot move, guys. You should have waited until Treasures of the King, because you don't know what stars I have in hand, because I already have Man with the Mark, but this might be an Imperm, which in case it is, it's actually not a big deal. Go ahead and Imperm me. No, it's Fallen and the Virtuous was actually, it's not gonna really do anything. Damn, that's really unlucky, because we will get the combo nonetheless. So here comes Apophis. We're gonna set a card. We're just gonna set the negate. We already have Apophis the Serpent, which we will also set to get Sercat. Now we won't be able to go into Lord of the Heavenly, but it is okay. We already have Tyrant Throws anyways, and Nibiru, so we don't need Gallon Granite or any nonsense like that. So let's banish that. Activate its effect. Yeah, Temple of the Kings, of course, guys. This is the most incredible card that you could add to your deck. Now, this is going to set off this. Just going to set off a chain reaction of... I could still go Gallon Granite, but, like, why would I add Lord of the Heavenly? For an extra negate, maybe, right? Yeah. Then I could go Apophis. That. Ooh, I actually like that. I actually like that over Divine Serpent, because he's gonna pop it again in the end phase anyways. And I would rather him pop freaking Silhouette Rabbit. So we're just gonna go into battle phase here, do some damage. We're not gonna be able to kill right away, so he will live. But we will put him on our timer. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. So we're gonna add one rock monster. And that man be loaded to heavenly. And then we're gonna go into Slow White Rabbit. Slow activate effect to set the pop. Right. I mean, we're gonna turn skip him anyways. We could do special summon the pop, lower the heavenly. No, I think I have to go this, right? Just stay solid. Set Tyrant throws. I actually don't want to set Super Poly because I need the space. All right. And so he is gonna get to add a Fallen the Virtuous or set it, which will pop. So if he's gonna pop the trap, it's fine because we could just lure the heavenly. Yeah, so he's just gonna pop the trap, which is not annoying at all. So this is gonna come out. And then we are gonna set. We can't set this because we already special summon this. Do need a normal monster to turn skip. So let's do this. Yes. Of course, that's what he has. Unfortunately, he will out it though. That's the unfortunate part. But I hope he spins back my my silhouette. He won't. This sucks so bad. I can't use this yet. Cause he will just send it. I want him to send like a starter. Like thinking it's over. So I have to be patient a little bit with Tyrant Throws. He doesn't know what this is. He asked Sky Striker, so he is definitely playing Sky Striker. I still can't use Tyrant Throws. He will send it. Okay, please don't target the set down. He is smart. He is very smart. I'm gonna use it anyways because I will tribute both of these. So I could so I could have them in the graveyard. He's smart. All we hope now is he plays into Nib, which he should if he's going for the kill here. He's gonna draw for a lot, guys. He's gonna draw for a lot. So this is not gonna be the end of the game. Just completely fine. Destroy. Fair enough. Yep, and that line should play into Nib. Okay, we know he has one Ray in hand, two unknowns. Okay, never mind. He's not gonna play into Nib with this line. Okay. He's gonna tribute over. Intriguing. That's 4. Battle phase. That's it. Set 5 pass. Set 1 pass. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. Let's start off with this special summon. This guy by returning. Actually, we'll keep that in there. No, we'll return it with an Apophis. Actually, don't know. Just send back the Apophis stuff. Pulling Ash is actually really good. We could Super Poly. We could Gorgon. Gorgon would be useless. We could just go Battle Phase Crash, but that will bring out the Ray in the graveyard. So that doesn't really necessarily out it. Also, that's on quick effect. So I do think I'll never play into Nib. But this activates if a card leaves the field because of a card effect. So it will activate. Anti-quick effect. He got me a little bit stumped here. A little bit, just a tiny bit. I think for his battle phase right away. Okay. He does nothing. There it is. That's a mistake. You should not shuffle this level 10. That's a starter. Don't do this. This would be a misplay. Yeah, I just did one card. He's smart. But you die. it was game either way. Damn, okay. So I was thinking, do I wait for a special summon by Ash? But that could be a call by. You never know what he said, right, guys? And then or do that, crash into that, right? Or do that. But in the end, the best decision was just going in the battle phase enchaining everything. Then, sorry guys, my cat is right here looking for scratches and stuff and pets. That's why you can't see me on the camera. But basically, yeah, like I mean, we just played it for battle phase, 3,000 attack. Again, the grind game, even Sky Striker can't beat us in the grind game, man. So we're absolutely winning that no matter what. We just had to make the right decision and not misplay. Alrighty, here we are. This is a good hand. Ooh, if he starts with Cool Tune Synchro, he is pretty bricked, so I will Ash. So I will Ash. And of course, he has Caught by the Grave. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Konami. W minigame, bro. So when he activates Cool Tune's effective special summon, I will Walos, of course. And thankfully he didn't have cross out. No one fucking Cool Tune. They have everything in hand. So he will give me a draw one at least. Which is another full Walos, which I will dump as well. I have no use for that. And he will let me draw. Interesting. See how he chain links? He chain links it right. A Cool Tune player knows how he plays. Good stuff. So with this order, I wonder if he'll do bottom of the deck, as he doesn't want to get outed. That is horrendous. So we have so many start. Yeah, like he completely misplayed out of his mind. Like Brody misplayed so hard. I don't even know why he went down this route. Like he could have literally just did Cool Tune RS pass with Killer Tune Synchro, and that would have been actually enough for most of the cards in my hand. Before he had given me the draws. But I guess he just went through with everything. You know, Cool Tune players can't help themselves. Speaking of decrafting for you, I'm gonna decraft my Cool Tune deck. I haven't really made a video since its release, so it's like, what's the point of keeping it? I have not played it really. I just find it cringe that everybody hopped on it, so I'm not playing it. But they have cool designs, unfortunately. But again, yeah, everybody hopped on it. I'm not the type of guy to play every deck that everybody hops on. I played like the second, the third tier below, with Yummy. Like they're good decks, they're amazing decks, but they're not really the most used decks, right? Because I don't want to be that guy. What's up, man? What's up, man? Yeah. Look at you. Don't bite me. He's a biter. All right, can we go first, bro? By the way, those were all going second. Can I go first? Because I'm not sure because the deck power going first, but oh my god, you can't make this up. I've gone second this entire video. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. What's our hand? Our hand is beautiful. 2 starters, hand trap, 2 board breakers. These will be 2 board breakers because he'll most likely negate 1. This is add it to your hand or special summon it from your deck or graveyard. Let's force it to add it to the hand and next normal summon. But knowing Cool Tune, he has Ash in hand. Here it is. Unfortunate. Now we just gotta wait until whatever cards he flips up are the perfect cards, because this might not look pretty, you know what I mean? Bro, I just hate that when decks, like, I get it, decks are gonna be really popular. But this this just plays a different game than Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I mean? Remember what other games can I compare Colton to? Like, not even Malice was this crazy. Full power, I'll take full power Malice over full power Colton any day of the week. And this is newly limited, by the way, but they all have their starters, bro. Look, this was at a one of, but he had it in hand anyways. So it's like, bro, like, what's the point? This is a one of, he had it in hand. This is a one of, he had it in hand. It doesn't matter, bro. It does not matter. Look, he's looking at my hand, bro. Like, he's never seen this before. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's the thing. You gotta ban rotary, and every extender gotta go to 2 or 1. Okay, because they all do the same effing thing, right? I don't mind Q being in a 3 of. If that is the identity of the deck, whereas, yeah, banish the top deck and then place your deck, that's actually perfect. It always should have been your deck and extra deck, like Kashira 2.0. Like, it would have been absolutely perfect. I don't know what this guy is doing at all. It would have been absolutely perfect, but nope. Oh, he's gonna hand loop me. And of course he hits my starter. He's gonna go infinite hand loops. Again, this sort of strategy, or oh, congrats, you went first. This is why I think Master Duel needs to stop being a best of one, bro. Like, it has to stop being a best of one. It has to be best of two. Please, Konami, think about making this a best of two. Because there is no reason this should go unpunished. Like, as soon as I know he's gonna go side frame Omega, like, I need a chance to go first to destroy him. Because his deck would do nothing going second if his whole point is to just bring back side frame Omega. He summons that because that's an effect on the field. What he hit? Oh, yeah, we lost. See, like, we had to wait on our top deck, and our top deck was just not good enough, right? And that he would banish said top decks, meaning we needed 2 good top decks. And if the 2 good top decks, he would place it on the bottom of the deck, meaning we need 3 good top decks. How broken is that? On top of the negates and banishes it already has, you needed 3 good top decks for you to even have a chance there, bro. Like, get out of here. Oh, and we want a coin toss. Hallelujah freaking Luya. And it's not about going second or first, because, you know, going second, like I said, the deck did good, but it's just that I want to showcase you also it going first. There you go. Thank you. He could have some hand traps, which would be really upsetting. She most likely will, but we'll see. Yes, he does. Oh, full house? Okay, full house doesn't hurt us that much. We can play around full house. We could for sure play around full house. Is that Super Poly? I give him just a draw. Well, actually, since I have two FNVs, I will actually do this. So I will actually do the turn skip combo. I'll show you what I mean. Mm-hmm. Here you go. This will set that right Granite a little bit into him. Okay. Please don't get Ash off of this, because then this would have been useless. No Ash. And then Silhouette Rabbit. There we go. You get to draw two, boss man. Congrats. And obviously, I want to set the Apophis. Reveal that. Set this. And my turn. And then on draw phase. On draw phase. I'm about to skip his turn. He doesn't even know. That's what I love to see, baby. On draw phase, please. Thank you. He has a cook play. Yes, set a card. The negate. So anything he plays first here, we will go negate right away so we can skip the turn. So toggle on. Because all these effects need to be toggled on. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay. The MSD is kind of annoying, actually. Fuck. He might be able to out us, guys. How come this is the second time we played a deck that outs us, bro? Ah, shut up, fam. Fuck. He's good, bro. That's kind of annoying. So we can't turn skip. That is fine. Can I actually set verdict? Because he is going to be using spells. That is fine. Damn. That so sucks. We couldn't go for the Tiny Throws plays, guys, because obviously he just has MSD. Just gonna target it. But we'll just negate it. I don't know why that triggered off Temple of the Kings. But I suppose. Oh, fair. Yeah, set that turn. I don't know what I'm on about. Okay. Okay. We could just Super Poly here. I feel that's right. No, it wouldn't be right because we couldn't Super Poly anyways. Well, we can. Same attribute, different types. Sure, yeah. Let's do it. Protect that cards. From being targeted, and man stops them from being destroyed. Still has quick plays in hand. I've not really been counting his hand like I did with that Sky Striker guy because it's pretty difficult to keep up with pure Radiant Typhoon. Okay. Feel like I should pop it, but he's baiting me. I mean, he's gonna do it regardless, for fuck's sake. I'm stupid. I should just pop it. Uh-huh. And he resigns. Wow. He really didn't have more plays than that? Come on, I felt he could have grinded it out with me more. I feel like he could have gotten to a certain extent, but what he realized is he couldn't kill me there. My recursion turn 3 was gonna be too crazy. And the thing that actually saved us, guys, was keeping that man with the mark on the field. Had it not been there on the field, his MST would have gone crazy. And so the reason why we didn't go Tyrant Throws is because he would have just MSD'd it, right, guys? Like, there's no point. Like, that counters our deck mostly. But you saw how it doesn't counter our deck when we're playing it properly. Because of Lord of the Heavenly and Man being on the field at the same time, he couldn't really do much with Radiant Typhoon, which is like our #1 supposed counter, right? So I feel like he could have definitely gone the distance with us. That could have been a turn 7, turn 8 game, not a turn 2 game. But I guess he felt as if like he wouldn't have enough pressure on the board to sustain what I was about to do in the follow-up. So yeah, guys, like I said, the only thing you would want to change is obviously just have more of these just for the recursion, right? And then you guys should be fine. Other than that, this is a pretty evil deck. So, well, there you guys have it. If you enjoyed watching today's video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and as always, comment down below what you thought. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.